Hi everybody, it's Stefan Molyneux from Free Domain Radio. So this is part 3 of a series on martial arts. Look, you can't hide from anyone who has eyes to see. Over the past few days, probably about 2,000 various communications have poured into my inbox, on the message board, video responses, the comments on the videos, and so on. And the prediction of my theory is entirely proven. My theory was, if you are drawn to a sport involving hitting people or centering around physical aggression, violence towards other people, then it's most likely because you experienced aggression or violence as a child, and you are drawn to attempt to manage or control that situation by repeatedly placing yourself in it and attempting to master it. But of course, it's something that can't ever end because you're not dealing with the root pain or humiliation or problems that bring the behavior about to begin with. So it's very simple to disprove my thesis. You just have to write to me or post on the videos or on my message board to say, I was raised without aggression, I was raised without spanking, I was raised without hitting, I was raised without verbal, physical, sexual, or emotional abuse, and I'm really into martial arts. And just as a rough percentage of the 2,000 responses that I received, how many people made that argument? You can look on the message board, you can look on the comments on the YouTube videos. Do you know how many people made that argument? 0. 0 people. That's the most effective argument to be made against my position. And none of you made it. This is not a criticism. I mean this in all absolute bottom of the heart, digging deep in the soul sympathy, because it tells me everything that I need to know about the environment that you came from. And I'm really sorry about that. I'm really, really genuinely heartbroken about that. Everyone tells you everything all the time. This whole community, everybody who's responding, they're telling me exactly the same thing. The center of my argument, a predilection for martial arts, comes from an aggressed childhood. Nobody told me they didn't have an aggressed childhood. That's the absolute refutation. No one told me. So just cast aside all of that He-Man Ninja Lee crap. Just for a sec. You know, tomorrow you can go back to your video games and you can go back to your YouTube and you can go back to your iPod and you can go back to your noisy friends who echo the nothingness of empty culture back and forth like a bunch of startled, empty vulture birds across the Grand Canyon of inconsequentiality. You can go all of that back to that tomorrow. You can even go back to it in 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I don't say things because I want to annoy people. I don't say things because I want to anger people. I actually say things because I want to help people. Because I will tell the truth no matter what. I will tell the truth with evidence and with reason no matter what. I think I've been pretty well validated if you understand what I'm saying in this particular instance. I'm telling you this because you will most likely go through your whole life without anyone ever calling you on that which you're saying insistently and unconsciously. You will likely go through your whole life like a spear through a cloud of other people's fundamental indifference and lack of self-knowledge, and nobody will very likely stop you and actually try to help you. Well, I'm one of those people. There are other people, but I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people you don't have to pay. I will actually stop and tell you what the truth is. I will provide reason and evidence. I will stand by my position. And I say this because I want to help you. Because I know that you came from a difficult past, because I know that you came from a humiliated past, because I know that you were hit, or you were beaten, or you were attacked, or you were raped, or you were verbally abused, or you were neglected, or you went to a crappy school, or you had a terrifying priest, or you had a very scary coach, or you had something, some accumulation of things. You had abusive siblings, some accumulation of things has led you into a place of constant fight or flight, of an enlarged amygdala, fight or flight response deep down in your brain. And you go and look at fdrurl.com/BIB. For the Bomb in the Brain series gives you all the science behind it. You are in a state of perpetual hyperarousal, and not in the good way. And so you feel that you need to arm yourself against threats, foreign and domestic, but they are in fact historical. You can fight them in the here and now and imagine ninja enemies coming over Kato style over the wall, but they're not there. They're in your history, they're in your past, they're in your heart. They're in your mind. They're in the devils of your past, not the assassins of your imaginary futures. So do the right thing, do the brave thing, do that which will change your life. Turn down the noise, turn down the confusion, turn down the anger, turn down the acting out, just for a few minutes. And sit and think, and imagine a life of peace and calm. Imagine a life of connection, intimacy, and security. Imagine a life where you don't have to fight, where no one's going to get you. That life is possible, but that life means that you have to admit the truth about your history. You have to accept that which happened. And you have to work with it, get a competent professional, work with it, journal with it, talk about it with your friends, talk about the important stuff. Don't talk about which martial art is better than which, or which superhero could kick which superhero's ass, or who's the best Batman villain, or which is the best video game, or who's the hottest backup dancer in some P. Diddy video. Who cares about that stuff? That's just all the static noise and everyday twist away nonsense fabric of history. Speak about something real with your friends. Speak about something real with your family. Speak about something real with yourself. And then you won't need martial arts, because you will have the art of the self. And that is security, that is joy, that is peace, that is happiness, that is connection, that is intimacy, that is love. If you have that, you will have no enemies, because as Socrates said, no one can do fundamentally any harm to a good man or a good woman. Be that person. Don't be a reactive defensive scar tissue scab from the past. Stop the noise. Put down the weapons. Open your heart to your history. And so, to a very different future.